would have done.
You're forcing them to pretty much snake towards the end of the game and hope for a position.
Yeah, and they're not going to get any points from that.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Time for the final game of the day, final game of the week as well. It is game number 84. It's going to be Erangel. We're heading over to Pansy and Sims one final time for week number 7.
The last game of the day. Last game of the phase for us as well.
It is.
We ain't here next week.
We're not. It will be Lee in the analysis desk doing the casting. So, can we get a circle that sends it out with a bang?
Oh.
Sosnovka.
Oh. There's a chance.
Millie.
There's a chance.
Rough play on that one.
Yeah, it ain't nice, is it? God, most of the Northeast teams are absolutely screwed.
Knights.
Oh.
Raise your edge. ENCE. There's a few of them that are going to have a difficult time to get up there. Vitality just about. That's okay. DA fine. G2 fine.
If Scoom's going to be a little bit screwed up here because FaZe have done a 2-2. Scoom normally splits off from the rest of Reciprocity. And it looks like Fuzzface is quite close by. So I don't know where this... Yeah, I think Scoom's peeling away from this one. Yeah, he's having to join the rest. So a little bit of a micro adjustment for him in this situation. Go on, give us a melee circle. Go on, just for the sake of it. Go on. Do it. Stalber.
Imagine. Zaki. Boomf. Just all waiting on anticipation of the circle.
Pretty much it.
It's going to be set. It's nothing wild, but it puts everybody in a position where the plan was to make it to this one. The only real hard point of this, if it goes further towards Prim and those fights on the hillside, get a little bit treacherous. Kind of paid off for FaZe Clan because going over to Milta would have been a bit of a run. Honk at the Finns. Beep, beep.
Finns are very serious drivers. No honk back. Busy.
Imagine if they're talking in Morse code. We are going to... Yes, nice. Stay away, please.
Please, leave me.
Thank you, beep, beep.
Are they both going to Savannah? No, you got Rage Ridge pulling up a little earlier, so going for the kind of lower tier compounds, maybe. Might head on as well. I don't know where they're going to head to. May actually go Yasnaya at this point. Just go there and try and head back. It does mean their rotations are going to be absolutely hot garbage, but there's old Uber getting the loot on. He did 2-2 split in this one. He was one of the players slightly further towards the north, joining Fuzzface on the drop. Force Scoom away from this, and it does limit maybe some of the potential escape routes for Reciprocity, having Scoom cut off from that.
There are some weird and wonderful options where you could grab a boat off of Sosnovka and actually rotate onto the west coastline. Maybe come in around the Western Yellows, the little mini lighthouse, somewhere like that. Certainly not the worst idea in the world. Further afield, ENCE and Raise Your Edge haven't even made it to their home turf yet. Still on transition. 1 minute. That's 3 minutes 10 into the game and not a foothold on any loot whatsoever. This will really slow them down. Raise Your Edge, game 1, harsh. Playing blue. More than likely look to see them doing the exact same here. Wouldn't be too bad unless we see someone like ENCE set up at the bridges.
I don't think ENCE can. They're going to be later behind.
They have left one behind.
Yeah, they've got Squeaky back there, sure, but I just don't think it's... I think this gives them a gateway back in, right? So for ENCE, they know that they can utilize that route. That's great for them. They've kind of put their own little kind of gate... Nice driving. I said the Finns can drive, and you do that? All right. But it gives them their own gateway back in, which is really, really nice. It does mean that Squeaky will be operating with a lot less loot. I wonder how much he's got. Probably going to have at least a gun, maybe a bit of armor, maybe a helmet. God knows what level it'll be. But that's decent for them, but I don't think they'll make it back in time before Raise Your Edge.
I'm going to break you off there, Lauren. They've got early contact. M19. Winstrike have pulled up. They've got the same idea.
Oh, it's such a nice compound. It's my favorite compound. If you've ever played games with me and the circle goes anywhere near here, I'm like, guys, we need to go to this compound. It's the best compound you've ever seen.
Great. The back buildings that just can watch up the hills. You have full viewership from where M19 are. And then down below on the opposing side, if you want to go this way, you take that level 3 top windows priority just over the fields. It is incredible. And it gives so much viewership.
Oh, you've got such vision out of there. You know what I mean? Like everything. And the ground around it, it's so hard for someone to just sneak up to you.
Ooh.
That's a nice one. That just bounced a little bit too far, but It's very hard to sneak into this compound. Jorski's got about the one approach that's slightly occluding vision from M19. You can kind of get to the flat top and then work through to the old classic house, but it's rough. You can see how open it is, right? You've got that beautiful field in front of you, so you can see everything. Love a bit of it. Absolutely love it. My love for a compound aside, you know, we all have our own kinks. It is Liquid who's getting quite close to this as well. They're not far away. I wonder if they're going to consider it too. They can say there is a compound where they're currently at.
I think it speaks volumes of how strong that compound is. Yes, those two teams could just hunker down on either side of it, take 2 buildings each and chill. You don't want to. You want to force a team out, because if you can post up 1 player in every single building, you can direct teams away from yourself. You can watch all 4 posts, all 4 pillars of the map in a 360-degree angle. Just watch people turn up, kill them on arrival, or fire at them to push them off. We'll see D-Mash with the SLR, left-hand side, trying to take the off angle here. Maybe he can get some kind of dink onto
It's viable, because you can't see that side of the slope too easy.
Yeah, it's not an easy shot to hit, and he has to make sure that if he goes after Timmy... the only thing is if Timmy just takes the
Rich, hold on. FaZe could catch Reciprocity here as well. I'm wondering if they're both going to look towards getting a boat potentially, or maybe just trying to get across the bridge. FaZe can, because they have the little bit of a step ahead. Sure. And they're going to go for that now. I think Reciprocity have, I don't want to say gone away with it, because if they don't find a boat, you're going to be in a bit of a spot of bother, to say the least. But I do wonder what they'll go for here. And we do see the nades starting to go here.
Nades like this, you have to have them cooked. Pull the pin, hold it, and then throw it. As soon as it goes through the window, players are allowed to move, so it has to be an initial direct contact and explosion. We'll see it from some of the players in this league.
They're breaching, Rich.
They have to, because Liquid's on the back doors. They've actually tapped him up in the back, so...
Yeah, that side is no longer safe, but I would say the one issue for M19 is they're a little bit alone in this. That Molotov going to keep Elite Player actually safe for now. It allows Constantine to get into it. Nuki is dying to get in there. You put that barrel to work, but look at him. He's putting down the mollies to buy time for this. Winstrike feeding through it, and Elite Player set himself on fire. This actually might be a real 1G, because chat never seems to know where it is, but he has managed to survive for now, but he might have just walked into more fire.
He just,
oh my God.
No, he didn't, thankfully.
He can heal through it. He's fine, he's fine. It could have been a real 1G.
They've allowed them to get the heals off, though. They do have 1 res. Still watching that hard angle from the opposing side. Smokes finally will do something to give a level of cover, but not enough before Elite Player gets involved. He pokes out, sits down, and I tell you what.
Oh my God, he's still alive. He's absolutely done them. He has absolutely done them.
He's going to lowball this and bail.
Look at that nasty little nade. Get out of there. His teammate almost killed him in the meantime. Picks up 2, can pull off the heel. Really well played.
They've bodged this one, haven't they? They've completely fluffed it.
They've soiled themselves in this situation, haven't they? Yeah, back up we go. Not going to happen for D-Mash. Can't get too confident, but well handled by M19. That'll be a revive coming in. It could spur on a hit from the other teams, knowing they'll be a little bit weaker right now, but it's probably not going to happen. None of them are in a quick enough position to pressure. It could have been NIP or Liquid. This is another fight, another battle. This is a whole different side of the map.
Go, Steph, put the brake on. Please put the brake on.
Goodbye, car.
It's done him. It's damaged him. Good job it didn't knock him, otherwise it would have just kept him rolling and killed him. Winstrike, a team that was knocking on the money bracket's door. 2 points shy of it. Knights just in front of them. That's not a good way to be going out in the last game of week number 7.
Okay, so Mikas and Squeaky are holding this. Rustamai is actually ahead of Raise Your Edge. I'm surprised. I thought it'd be at the same timing as Trifley. I don't know where he went to loot. Maybe one of the smaller compounds. Vitality having to chip away at old Gemty. That's in the same sort of area, that middle band. This cross could be interesting. Raise Your Edge might just opt to go for the Georgia Pole Bridge anyway. They seem to go through Georgia Pole, excuse me, a fair amount. So as much as I like the idea from ENCE, it may not actually pay off in kills or knocks, but at least they played it safe to allow the other 2 back from StarLadder.
It depends if...
Oh, hello.
Bit of a swing. Depends if Trifeli's actually feeding the info back as to where Raise Your Edge are going, because then you'll get the ENCE reposition, potentially.
Orange wants that kill real bad. Stop driving, please. My shots never hit when I do that as well. Like, I swear to God, I am absolutely hot garbage when I try and shoot people in cars. Very upsetting for me.
I suppose we are watching pros as well. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, that's a curious one. Where was... I guess it's hard to scout maybe one player in a compound like this.
Just turning away. Nope.
Yeah, big swing and a no from that one. Nice compound in the south as well. It's not quite Ferry Pier, it's to the west of it. Another one that I really do like. It's hard to transition away from this, I will say, if it does centralize on the road on the opposite side where G2 currently are going. Very hard to get over there if you don't have safety vehicles. You become, you know, very easily spotted. They can utilize the ridge line late game. But for now, it's Na'Vi looking at DA in all sorts of trouble. And DA getting a lot more attention than they'd like, and they can't prone down here too easy.
Na'Vi central of the map here on the circle. G2 will have DA knocking at the door, but DA is in all kinds of trouble, some different angles altogether. Brexico welcomes them with open arms. Beautiful Death goes down. M4 doing the job, up close and personal. Chris at least answers Mert's push on the, I'm looking on the map, I think it's the left-hand side he was trying to get a flank on, but puts a 7.62 in his head. Ira forced to just run away from this battle altogether. Nothing left for DA, and unfortunately everywhere you go there's going to be a team packed up. Needs to find some room for respite.
I think it's going to be a rock or literally the ferry pier itself. There's so little. And that car is, you know, not far away from...
Smoking.
Yeah. Oh, look at NIP and CrowCrowd as well. They're very close by. I think NIP are trying to go for the one house that... Actually, no, they can't really go for that. They might split across the road. I don't know where they're going to head to, actually.
Kent's actually on the other side to G2 just to really give the information back.
Oh, no.
Deep
NIP were 29 points away from pushing towards TSM.
Low ball.
And that low ball nade is going to punish NIP hard. The cars are going to blow. VOD is in safety. MBS is there on the other side. Going to put up a smoke, maybe try and buy some time, force him away if he could do so, but the nades are so good. That one's on. That one is absolutely on.
Oh, no.
He can't get away from it. And Gaxi next to fall. NIP are falling like flies, and it's a bit of a tragedy for them. This could be in a big game for them to maybe push themselves a little further up that table.
Luther in the distance dies. Knack finds him. 1 point to the Knights. M19 at the moment doing the job. Most kills on the board. We've already dispatched Winstrike. And they move on to NIP. Miracle last man standing right against the vehicle. The smokes will only give his away his position for so long and hide him. Myra you saw earlier on, last man standing for DA. Unfortunately, they didn't have it easy on the rotate. Raise your edge all the way on the west. They'll come up the backside of CrowCrowd. They need to be really careful. They skirt that ridgeline as they do come down just past the yellows now, all the way in the west on the coast. Everywhere else, generally, you look towards Longwoods and everyone's like sparsely scattered. We got Quarry, M19, further along, main compound, Na'Vi, further along.
Na'Vi is so central here, look at that.
It's a nasty little compound that as well.
Ooh, Iro gonna get one, but overwhelmed instantly. Now for me, the hills, the Team Liquid, kind of the roll down towards Na'Vi, the Vitality hold, that kind of more, I guess, eastern part of the circle is going to get a lot of teams towards it. Quarry as well. The northern side, actually, a lot of these compounds are available. You got a little bit of the runoff from Swamp still in. That big compound where Team Liquid are looking towards is still there. There's a lot of room in this circle for teams, but I feel as though they're all going to try and pile in towards those prime areas. Michael's just got out of the car. Did you just fat finger that, Michael? Or did you just get out of the car that you were in that was about to blow up? I'm not too sure. I feel like that might have been the case. Anyway, no matter what happened, Michael does go down. That'll be Orange with a swift pickup on that as Ziggsy feels the force from Senpai. Now, this is Razor Edge trying to work their way in. This is one of the western compounds that they managed to take over. Plenty of barrels, though. Those things are so deadly close quarters. You see it time and time again now. Oh, the nade, the bounce from Manox. Look, he's been outside playing footy. He's clearly been working on refining those skills. Kemba from afar seems to be unable to hit the shots he needs so desperately. And you're playing a dangerous game against Chris with these sort of shots, so you always feel there's a danger he's going to bang one out. But let's look at the teams still looking for a way into the circle as well. Reciprocity, nowhere near it right now. Unity following that one, G2. FaZe setting up in the south. No easy way in here.
G2 will still be kept all the way down. There is a compound they can get into, but from that, FaZe can surround it and stop any approach once the circle does update. Gustav needs to be careful. I know he likes to wander off on his own. He is the lead scout for TSM. But if he gets overzealous on his own, Na'Vi will punish him. Na'Vi have gone split 2 between the compound and the Quarry. Quarry getting really busy here. And the last player from NIP. M19 have taken both sides of it. They sent 3 to the north and then 1 down to the south to keep a tab. Everybody else is going there. Rec might not realize there's a crate just in the distance of them. If they do, they'll be gifted. Ship gets warning shots from across the road. And that compound is basically why Team Liquid have gone for the 2-2 on top of the hill. It's the only real position that can do damage to them, bar the little tower that you've seen Rec pull up on. Oh, but just picking up one of the members of M19.
They're really split.
Yeah, 1-1-1.
I don't mind it because Corey, you want to keep information, but maybe not that far apart. I think maybe a little bit closer would have been far more
if Miracle finds the one-on-one, that puts them down to... You're unresable. There's just no way to get a revive off on that one.
Speaking of res, Scream going to get one up back on Hack City. They currently hold the north, which is very nice. That's good for them. There's lots of room to work up there. Obviously not ideal when you come towards those fields. When you have to cross over, you've got to pick between ENCE and maybe Liquid or, you know, the Knights. A lot of vision on you, but for now they can at least have a place to call home. Circle Shrink is going to be very telling here. I still think Na'Vi have a very nice position as to Liquid. Okay, so ENCE actually hold a lot of the cards in this one. That big compound that people love is actually available. And now it becomes a little bit more tantalizing. Oh, the southern side. How are they going to get around this? FaZe, G2, TSM, Vitality all have to find room, and I'm not sure there's much. G2 are crashing Na'Vi. That's a big one. Brexco might be going cross. Yeah, he doesn't make it out of there at all. Brexco just got found by Pokemon. That M416 sitting so well in his hand as Raise Your Edge going to be trying to make their mad dash for it. Oh my god. I thought he was about to hit Chris with the car. Holy moly. That was about to be scary.
Don't get away from that one.
A doozy's got moves.
Sidestep, love it. Vehicle just goes flying off in the background. G2 down to 1, can't hold on for dear life. Bottom of the hillside for him. No one should be able to see him for now, unless FaZe do keep pushing that ridge line and head towards Na'Vi. Team Liquid's 2-2's paying off. They can stay here for now and then see what happens when the circle shifts. There is a compound still open. Rec haven't seen the crate that's right next to them. They'll be kicking themselves. Scoom's off to have a wander around, so if he actually flips his head now, he will get vision on it. Liquid gathering the resources, getting back together, but now Kane, last man standing, but G2 has got FaZe Clan, but there's all of 4 members looking at him. He's dead and gone. G2 down, 14th position. Chris still chugging along. Fast rails in the middle. They've got themselves a compound, is it? They've got a shack to work with.
Hey, look, at this point, that ain't bad. If they can get in there and just not move, they're fine. They're very central. Hope that the others kind of get the fight for them. And Cram, snake in the grass quite literally here. Venomous is there that takes down one of the TSM players, and I think they were down to just one now. Wookie, I think, is your only other man here. I don't see any others standing, and he's got Unity to worry about, then Vitality. There's no good approach anymore. But I love this clash. The Na'Vi Phase 1 brewing in the south is a big battle about to happen.
Keep its hands on it. It might be slowed down for the simple fact that Na'Vi actually have priority compounds. There is a level 3 down there on the side of Quarry. You don't see too many people in it, but for a scenario like this, it can be usable. Give vision towards FaZe Clan. Stop the approach, maybe pin them up against the white. The bigger issue for FaZe is there is only one real way forward.
Can they split onto Quarry, though? The different levels of Quarry? I'm trying to remember. I don't play Quarry much. Can they swing left down it?
You can get down it, but it's really exposed. And if they are holding that tier 3 flat top...
Yeah, they're going to have vision.
They're going to be knackered.
Yeah, maybe FaZe wait and see if anyone else is going to engage, but the fight does start happening very cautiously. Wookie tried to bide his time, and that's good play from him. He maybe waited to see if Unity and Vitality were going to fight, and that's exactly what's about to happen. That's about to kick off. He's going to try and find a new angle, a little bit of a dagger in the back. Na'Vi getting ready for the fact that FaZe are on the doorstep. Knocking on the door. Nice tag again. Wookie individually very, very talented. He's going to hinder Unity's chance. He may go down here, but what a play from him. Doing the best he can in a very bad situation. A good attempt. Sadly, the blue, it does do damage. Wookie does confirm the 2 kills, some points in the pocket as FaZe continue their push forward. They've taken down a doozy, which opens up the gate. This opens up a lot of attention now, as Na'Vi cannot take it lightly, but they also have Liquid to worry about. This is a battle, this is a top-end battle up here.
The rest of Unity was also confirmed while they were running away. Na'Vi's repositions is good. Not too bad for FaZe Clan because it allows them in, but no more than that. They have to fight this one. This is going to be absolute chaos. Liquid, Na'Vi, Vitality, all it locked basically into 1/4 of the map. Only 1 quadrant, and then once you get over the hill, you've got to deal with ENCE, who just sat down in a bunker.
This is the ridge that FaZe can run. the trees, the foliage of the trees will occlude Vitality until FaZe are underneath. Once Uber gets a couple more steps ahead, he might be visible to them. But actually, while this happens, Vitality are moving north. They're probably more worried about their positioning, so it's worked out well here for FaZe. They've seen their options and read it quite nicely. Now, I wonder if Jeems, Samty readjust maybe more towards the east, move up a little bit further north, try and get themselves in, while also hindering FaZe's progress and denying them entry to that circle.
The problem is it's a domino effect. Once one of them begins to crack off, the rest of them might just join in on this. I think Fuzz will potentially just bide his time. There's no point to shoot that because then you give away your position to Nabi. Now work their way towards the circle. They'll be hearing the fight that is going on in the north. Vitality, they come head to head against the Knights.
This is good. This is room now for FaZe.
Downhill, that's the only problem, but they can make this work. Drayden fires first. There is an answer there and a response. Reels and Drayden back to back. They go down. The flushes are real. Jazza does hold the angle wanted. Will go down this hill and try and find the res while it's happening, but Shadow has his support.
Spray just couldn't connect on it.
This
is, yeah, and FaZe found the weak point. This is smart from FaZe. The fight's going on. There'll be at least one knock out of it. You've got to feel maybe a bit of damage. Maybe they're still healing, and this is their entry point in. Fuzzface is going to hold the back because he knows that Na'Vi won't be too far away. Smart, again. Uber's going to take down Jazza, but where's the rest of the damage going to come from? Nasus gets a heal. Shadow's on the run. And FaZe are finally getting through towards this one. They do have an avenue forward, but they do get traded on. Nasus is not going to go down without a fight. He's holding that line as best he can, giving his teammates room to move, but they don't want this fight. They just want to get into the circle. They've been slowed down so much by this, and now Fuzzface basically left to deal with the entirety of Na'Vi on his own, and he's doing damn well at it. Going to take Senya down, and it's FaZe all in the kill feed, but in the right way for them. A quick turn from Uber. He's trying to help out his buddy Fuzzface, who's barely alive. The tag's all he can provide. Can Fuzzface live through this? Oh, he does! He takes down Pokemoladoy. Big play from FaZe in the east, but it might be too little too late. They might have made the best of a bad situation, but so many other teams now have leapfrogged forward.
That support is absolute insanity. To turn around, oh my, tap, tap, tap. Fuzzface does damage and then moves on to another member of Team Liquid. All right, he got away for this for now, but the blue puts him into a very exposed scenario. Uber just supporting him though, tapping Pokemoladoy, takes him down to 50% HP. Fuzzface, while still healing AKM, just deals with him and finishes him off. Held the line there for FaZe Clan, allowed them to leapfrog into top 10. How much further you can really go with the blue on your back, and Liquid holding and gatekeeping the edge of the circle. Rec, it's time for them to move. They've been comfortable for now in the north, but they have to do work here. That compound will be deadly.
Well, those shots you wish would hit. That was his last smoke as well. And now so open. Too much vision. Stepped a little too far to the right there, but it felt inevitable either way you wanted to cut it. Team Liquid moved up really well. They did have the advantage over Na'Vi and FaZe, though, in that southeast fight. They moved first. They had that step in the correct direction. But let's not ignore the fact that CrowCrowd have excellent position in the north as well. They're trying to clear out towards Reciprocity and Znark. The south, you still got Miraku in this one. That's more surprising to me that he's managed to kind of worm his way alive to this extent. But ENCE hold a great deal of the cards, and this is a very open finish. And there's a lot of open fields here.
Liquid are sweeping. Maybe just try and clear the side. Scum has to clear the vehicle first. Got this big hill to work with. Oh my lord. Will that hit the front door?
Shut the door, shut the door! Oh, I don't like it. No, I don't like it at all. Yeah, no, the Snark, he's not happy. That car's on fire. Oh no,
I believe
Snark.
that got so close. That's insane. Oh, Jimbo's actually been hit at range. Okay, so that's from ENCE.
Somebody's nade could kill him now.
Miraku still alive and actually, unfortunately, kicking for Raise Your Edge. He could wipe them out here.
He could, because that's his only chance. Yeah, this is one play to be made. Miraku on the breach comes in.
Oh my god.
The dealer of death, Miraku does it. Big play, gets himself away in the circle. Now becomes the center of attention towards ENCE, but what a play from him. That is a big entry point. 2 left for Liquid. They lost out on 1 in the process. And now the north side still has Reciprocity in pieces, and you still have CrowCrowd up there.
Nip and Raise Your Edge are the ones that's snipping at the heels of TSM. And TSM going down early, and with Miraku doing that, everything seems to be going right. Samty is taking a fair amount of damage, and he's just trying to do whatever he can, to be fair. There isn't a great deal you can do with this. They'll tap away at the vehicle. Either a bullet hits him, and he'll bite the dust. Oh, well.
Safe.
Fair play.
Ish. Safe-ish.
The corn helps. Just lay down and then hide your body. Hide yourself. You need to do the same here because Reciprocity, they've been spotted. CrowCrowd, easy pickings for them. 5 kills in the bag as well. Job done.
CrowCrowd is set to do extremely well here. ENCE starting to sweep. They're going straight towards the western side. Miraku is on the run. He's going to hear these nades. He knows there's trouble afoot. He's trying to go down to an old Shrek swamp, and he's been spotted. And does he make it away? He does. He does get to keep his life. But ENCE are not in the circle here. CrowCrowd are kind of preoccupied by potentially Team Liquid. But Tab is living up to the name, keeping tabs on what is going down. Miraku on the heel. He's got Soddle. He's got level 3 vest. He ain't that bad.
No bag. No
Snick.
helmet.
Snick.
Bulletin back of head. Not going well, but still alive, which is a lot different to some of the other teams. Yeah, it's placement points nevertheless. A couple of kills as well, a few frags here and there. 3 points, Samty still.
Look at the smokes on set,
lame.
though. They have a lot of smokes to play with. At this point, is a bit of a rarity. We don't see that many others probably having that much utility left. 7 on Senpai. If they play this correctly, or just don't waste their opportunity, they should be in the perfect position. You know, Team Liquid have 0 utility left, 0 meds on Samty.
Depends how close they get. That's the issue. If they somehow get up close and personal, you know that one of these guys in the field's going to have the red dot, the automatic, and just open fire. Instantly confirm the kill, flush them, and then it sparks a bit of a problem, because then you're very disorientated. The grenades will start to come, just aiming to the left and to the right of the hay barrels. Try and force one into the open. Maybe make something happen, give Tab an angle to work with. That's probably what they're trying to do, force this engagement. Miraku, nothing else he can do.
Not
Stick
bad,
the point.
Top
Fourth
5.
position with nothing, basically.
Yeah, they got screwed over real early. Him holding on there by a quarry. Very well done. Smoke's coming in. Gemty sees this. He does not want to shoot yet. This is not the time for him. He wants ENCE and CrowCrowd to start battering each other, and then at the last moment strike. Nade's coming in close, though. He's in danger, and he knows it. He's going to pull off the med, just do the best he can. And he's hoping that CrowCrowd get distracted and only focus on ENCE.
There's still a vehicle. Oh, okay, that changes things a little bit different. That stops the off angle and cuts the head off of that snake. Senpai might actually force back to try and get the res here, in which case... Oh, ENCE. They've not quite been gifted the circle, but it certainly is favourable to them.
In comparison to Liquid, for example.
They've still got that vehicle to play with as well in the back, so they can move that around. It's basically mobile cover for them. There's even the crate, if they want to pull it up against that and make a bit more of a barricade and box themselves in, take out the tyres, force the angle. They've already managed to hit.
Ooh, big tag, Squeaky,
Yep.
careful.
Back away from the vehicle.
It's not even smoking, he's fine. But they do have nades, he might not be fine.
This is fine.
Do you wonder why we're observing Samty? Do you wonder why we're in third person? Look at the jacket.
Dun, 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 dun. Last day you can buy it. Support the players.
This is such a stalemate situation, this 4v4. You have to look at what ENCE do in these moments as well. CrowCrowd already have like a nice way of playing out. It looks like maybe Senpai and Tab might have a little bit of a ridge to play off here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not that familiar, but I think there's a little bit of a run up on the hill. And that's a big tag on Mikas. I don't know how much ENCE have. I actually don't think they have anything at all cover-wise. Terrain opting cover-wise. Gemty's worked his way in. Samty's in trouble. He might be found here by Set. Has to move up with the blue. Squeaky finds Kemba. This is going to call back Set. Opens up room for Samty to move in. Rustam Mar looking down towards Senpai. It's move up time. Try and get some new cover time. Look for a way forward time. They do have the car and Mikas brings it up. They're slowly but surely bringing that cover with them. Set finds Samty. No chance for him, but he knows it's a knock, so he knows there's still snakes in the grass here.
They're playing for the crate, which is very scary, but it gives you options if there's a sniper rifle in there. Certainly an AWM will be huge, absolutely huge at this point. Level 3 gear most important, especially the helmet. If you're going to be peeking these, the more cover you can use and attain from that. It's an AUG, not the best thing in the world when you're looking for range, but certainly it's a fly squatter if you're looking for people in the grass. It's not going to be a problem. Gemty also has no helmet, so he's instantly dead.
There we go. Squeaky going to try and make the move up, send the car rolling a little bit further forward. Little by little, building the cover with them. Just build forehead. Makes it nice and easy. Squeaky, Trifly, there we go. They're starting to rack up the kills here. Gemty's gone down. It's top 2 territory. CrowCrowd suffering, and I don't see an answer back just yet. They need Set, they need Kemba. One of them to do something. Set's trying to make a play, but it's not gone well. Rustamar outdoes him, and it may not be easy for ENCE, but it might be a win for ENCE, and that's certainly what they need right now. Desperate to get themselves back away from the relegations, from that bottom of the table, building their way forward. CrowCrowd certainly down there as well. Not having the best of times, but that is a shot and a half from Trifly.
Leans on the right, smacks him in the head. There is a response though. Kemba just completely instas him. Now they need to push up 2-on-2 scenario.
What?
Answered back.
Senpai.
CrowCrowd. They're reaching. I don't know how they've managed to do this, but they have.
We're into 2v2. Squeaky, Rustamar up against Senpai and Kemba. Center circle, you've got to argue, still favorable towards Senpai at this point.
It's Rustamar's gear though. It's such an added benefit. The bonus of the AUG with very little kick will just spray these boys down.
Yeah, but they don't have to move as much.
Are they even healing, Lauren? Do they have the meds? Surely not. It must be onto stims and bandages.
I don't think so, but ENCE now have Mikas back up, so they have the 3-man hit squad. Tags coming in though. Mikas back down, only 1 bandage to pull off the heal. That's all he has left. So little to play with as the blue moves him in closer and closer. Mikas popping off shots. Maybe being the expendable man, try and get the spot. Rustamar gets the kill towards Kemba. Where are the final players for CrowCrowd? Where is Senpai in all this? What does it matter? He's dead, and it's ENCE with the win.
And further to that, the end CrowCrowd get denied the final point. Let's put a nail in the coffin, but ENCE. It's not been an easy run whatsoever so far throughout this phase. Your Phase 1 champions have rolled into number 2 and they've had difficulties. It's been problematic. Relegation was certainly a real thing. Over the last few weeks, we've seen a big increase and we've seen signs of life and things that we've seen in the past from them. And slowly but surely, they are edging their way out of that red dead zone. Digital Athletics are the next target on the back. CrowCrowd, good finish from them, 10th position. Second place in a few kills will at least leapfrog them up the table a small amount. But certainly, the more work like this that ENCE put in, the harder it becomes for M19 Rec and Vitality to catch them up.